you gonna go home. Woo. He like, no, I don't want to go to trial. He went to trial to give him football numbers, right? But I'm just trying to say this in Atlanta too. So now they got him on a 23-1.
Oh yeah, in Atlanta.
Well, he can't get out. Now listen, I'm gonna have him call up. But listen, you know how it is in the streets. But when you touch the kids, that's a sensitive thing, bro.
Man, you touch a kid anywhere in that county, you're gonna beat you.
But he got so listen, hearing that, what y'all think? Rashad Jamal innocent or guilty?
I'm gonna say like this. I'm finna put his ass in the 402 conference, right?
Come on.
I gotta put him in the 402 conference because my name is to get right into it.
Right.
I don't f around. At the end of the day, right? If you ain't never been around this child, how the f could you touch it, right?
That's what I want.
That's the main part right there. If I never been the president of this child,
He been around the child, but not at that time. Like
I don't give a f if I haven't been around the president of the time that this child said that shit, how could y'all say that I did that?
right.
You know what I'm saying? And when that shit get on your name, it's hard to get out because you got to register all that goofy shit, right? So at the end of the day, why the f they ain't put the baby on the lie detector test? It'll tell everything.
Lie detector test.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
Yes, it is.
How old was the baby though?
Why you keep on what? Why you worry about the age?
How you gonna put a baby on a lie detector test?
What?
Know what I'm saying?
Man,
How old
why
was
you
she?
worry about the age, gang?
Because
I don't give a fuck how age you is. Look, if
know
you
that.
old enough to talk and say this shit that I did to you, you old enough to goddamn get on the lie detector test.
Just like with Duty Wop, touch the other little boy, little penis.
Duty
Wop. You know, even though they say he's not guilty, you know he's still guilty.
Duty Low?
Yeah, Duty Low. I thought he was
Yeah.
Duty Wop. He'd be good. I thought he was Duty Wop. I thought he was Duty Low.
The ball
Yeah,
head,
ball
Mr.
head.
Clean.
Get your chain back. Go get your chain back.
Nah, they
Duty.
took
So
that.
the
bro.
little girl never was with him, right?
Nah, the girl, what? You ain't listening.
No, I'm
man.
listening to
She
you.
was
because
around
it
him,
sounded-
but she was around him, but she ain't never getting his presence to where he took her along.
Yeah.
That's
what
the
I'm
whole thing.
saying.
They ain't
So
never
how
have her alone.
how they hit him with the rape?
Now listen, because the first time when she called police, all she did was said that it's a kidnapping, and then after that she called back and like, yeah, he also did this to my daughter.
Right.
So why she ain't say both at the same time?
But then look, this is where he should have got smart at, man. Where your lawyers at? You must be fighting with the PD because at the end of the day, if you got high tech lawyers and some shit, ain't nowhere in here they can't get that footage. As long as it's 2 years, you can get any footage off the cameras if you fighting the trial.
Look,
case.
speaking of that, he went and hired, he's a black activist. He went and hired the NAACP, whatever, NAATP, what them niggas
They
name?
got the people who take you down.
Yeah.
That's all they is.
Yeah.
You gotta get the people who gonna do this business.
You
like,
gotta get the Jews.
stand on that shit. Yeah.
Get the Jews.
The case thrown
You
out
will
when you
not
walk in there.
lose if you get the Jews.
Fact.
Stop playing with me because the Jews run the court. And
Yeah.
everybody know that.
All right, y'all. We in the building. I haven't watched this yet, y'all. So I see like a couple of those short videos on TikTok of this. Y'all know I gotta chime in. My dog Rashad Jamal calling in the 607 and see what popped off, y'all. Let's check it out together. I haven't watched this. Let's see what's going on.
Ask Kanye West. Right. Yeezy. Right now, for real.
Yeezy
Played with
what?
the Jews, they took his shit.
But
He played with the
fucked him
Jews, they took
around.
his shit.
His ass lost in the sauce.
He back now.
Nah, he ain't back.
It's AI. But look, they try to AI him too. But look, so
They try to AI him?
listen, is it you say innocent or guilty? Right.
I'm gonna say it now, right now.
Innocent or guilty?
And he's 402.
Or the hung jury?
Or how you just broke it down to him.
Is it a hung jury or the guilty?
It's like we gonna get to the bottom of this. Like he got to be more specific about how the detail went.
Well, let's ask.
But we'll ask him. 'Cause we got to pull him on.
Let's
Then.
ask him.
Shit, cause we need to know how the detail is.
Rashad Jamal.
Rashad Jamal, God, listen. He want to know one question, right? The only question he want to know is, have you ever been around a little girl, and for how long? And
Right.
who was around y'all?
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. When me and my baby mama was together, we was together what, 3.5, then 4
No.
years?
Hey, whoa. Look. First of all, we cutting the bullshit. We getting right into the shit. When was the last time you was around that little baby, your girl, when she said this shit happened?
I hadn't been around him in a year.
Oh, so hey, look, right now, My 402 is I see the man not guilty then.
Not guilty.
For sure.
Not guilty. Guilty.
For
Guilty
sure.
or not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty. What? Not guilty by state of what? You gotta.
My state is, and I'm putting it out online. My state is, if this man ain't been in the possession of this little girl for a whole year, and you talking about I did some shit, you ain't finna make shit up on me. You see what I'm saying?
Well, can I choose? Can I choose guilty with an explanation?
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm gonna stick with guilty with an explanation, right? Because like, you can't be found guilty off my verdict. You're gonna be a hung jury or something like that. But the explanation is this, right? Here go my explanation. That if somebody can speak that you did something, then you probably did something, probably not close to that, but you did something, right? You did something so bad that they want to see you in jail, right? So I believe that he probably hurt her so bad or had him attached to her so bad that she had to do that. Because a lot of times it ain't the statement that's false, it's the statement that's false.
Now, I've heard Rashad Jamal speak on the case and all that. I want to see if he gonna stick to the same story. That dude in the red, from the clips I seen, that dude in the red, I think Rashad Jamal basically threatened to kill one of them. I think it might be the dude in the red hat.
Oh, you probably don't understand that. It ain't the statement that's false, it's the statement that's false.
Right.
They didn't do it, but they did something else along
Right.
the lines that made him want to see him in jail.
Right. So there's some other shit that she holding behind that.
Yeah.
That made her pull that stunt.
Yeah. Good.
Check this out, though, Uncle Higgy.
I'm listening, God.
See, look, this is the thing too that y'all know that wasn't brought up too. Like, see, I went through 3 lawyers. Let the first lawyers go. We got the second lawyer, the third lawyers. So second lawyers walk off. Third lawyers we get to go to trial with. When I told the lawyers, I say, man, my baby mama has open defects record cases on this same child. So I know that she's using her child to do this. This is the youngest daughter. Not to mention that with the oldest daughter, she got 2 open felony cases for credit card fraud and theft and all this. So it shows she's a liar and a thief. Now check this out. I say, let's take a lie detector test since it's an allegation. I say, because I got locked up in Chicago. I say, in Chicago, they need physical evidence. So if I did this and it's just an allegation, there's no physical evidence, the best thing for us to do is take a lie detector test. Guess what they say? The lie detector test is inadmissible in the state of Georgia.
Right.
So how's that?
Damn.
In every state. Listen, I'm going to get straight
That's
down
bullshit.
to it. You locked up for hating them white folks. Let's get real. You hate white folks, gang, and the joke's up. Talk about that. Talk about I got white friends. Talk about that. Why you hate white people?
Listen, you know what's crazy? I'm glad you brought that up because I don't even hate white people. I don't hate nothing. I love everything. It's just when it comes to me breaking down the true history of where we come from as black folks, we've been lied to about everything. So anything they
We ain't black folks.
Now you
But I
got
wanna
you got
ask you
high
Take that back,
vibrational,
you're not black
what I
folks.
like to call high vibrational white folks, which is they not racist. They understand that we are the creators and inventors of the land, of everything that you see. So when I teach, all I do is speak about the origin of our history. And it's not my fault that white folks was created in the petri dish. So when I sit there and
In
say,
the piece of soup?
y'all origin,
What? In the what? In the what?
a petri dish, God.
What the fuck the picture did? Explain that.
The petri dishes you see,
So that's something you
they
can
have
eat.
in the scientific lab. Listen, like the petri dishes you see, God, they have in the scientific labs. So what I'm saying is, they were grafted from the dog, which is why they smell like dogs when they get wet. The pig,
Damn.
which is why they have pig skin, which is why in the 60s the Black Panthers will call them pigs, and people in our will call
Oh,
them
that's
pigs.
why. Hey, look. Hey, not meant to cut you out, blood. That's why they with you. That's why they with you, right? Because you sitting up here, right? You going too deep into they shit, right? When you start around stepping on their toes, oh, they gonna play get back. They gonna play get back. I don't give a fuck how they gonna do it.
I'm still confused. So a white person is a pig, a dog, a donkey. What else they is? Tell me about this shit.
The dog, the pig, the snub-nosed monkey.
God damn. Hey!
Teachers from, if you Google a picture right now, snub-nosed monkey, and go to Google Images, why would you see? You were like, damn, they do look like that in the face. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, you'll see where they get they. So with me, when I speak on that, that's not me hating them because
Tina,
I don't
Rashad
have- I don't
Jamal,
have
that's
somebody else
that's
they
that
use
dude.
their skin. You feel me?
Right.
I ain't never heard
Peace,
nobody
Tina.
white. I ain't
Right.
never heard nobody white. When I was in the streets thugging and gangbanging, everybody I heard was black. I ain't
Right.
never heard nobody
Right.
Oh, that's some bullshit then. You just said you heard of black. That's what's wrong with you motherfuckers. Y'all Ku Klux Klan because y'all kill more niggas than y'all kill.
Hold on, let me say this. Hold on, let me say this though, God. Hold on, I got your back. Let me say this.
I know you got
let me say this. Listen, a white man ain't never did shit to me. The only person that stole from me, that hurt me, that robbed me, been black. Right. The white man ain't did shit to me. They may have told me a little lie, but it was on my dumb ass to believe it. Right. They did a little lie. I did the rest. Right. I fucked me up. Right. And white people y'all want to blame. Y'all can't blame white people for you blame your damn self.
But look, how you going? You going too far now? How the fuck you gonna tell white people when all of us goddamn it is human beings?
We ain't all human beings.
We is all human beings.
Everybody not no human. Some people not human. We live in a spiritual world, gang. Some people is a dimmer, gang. Some people are not human.
Some people are NPCs.
That's right next to you. Never know. Hold on. You got
AI.
We got another question. Hold up, gang. We got Protect Sakana got a question for you.
Hold on, gang. If you gonna say it right.
What's the question? Why the guy on the phone?
I want to know. I mean, I'm gonna say that he's innocent, right? But why was he found guilty though?
Look. He want to know why was you found guilty.
Like, what did he do to be found guilty?
Listen. My trial, the crazy thing is.
Your trial?
My trial. Yeah,
You went to trial?
You know, they offered me 5 years. They say, well, listen,
5
years.
Why you ain't take that visa?
Which is the minimum now. We'll give you 5 years if you plead guilty.
That's the one.
I told them, I said, listen, and they told me, they said, if you do not take this 5 years, we are going to make sure that you get found guilty. They told me.
Facts.
And I told them, I said, listen, man, I'm not finna never plead guilty to no
Right.
thing, especially
Look,
not on no sex charge.
I was locked up with this old cat. He was the coolest motherfucker. They was trying to get him to plead guilty, bro. He passed a lie detector test on the little girl. He was dating this female, and the female daughter didn't like him, so she lied and told everybody that he fucked her. He went to prison for the shit, and they was gonna let him out, but he had to tell them that he was guilty. He passed a lie detector test, and they still wouldn't let him out or whatever. So he ended up basically for him, he did like 10 years, and for him to get out, he went on there and admitted that he guess he went on and said he was guilty, but the whole time he kept saying he wasn't guilty. But the only way they was gonna let him out was if he said he was guilty.
Oh, we gotta do that.
This was drugs. I done copped out the cases before. This was drugs. You know what I'm saying? Gun. That's different. Robbery. That's different. That's all in my background.
Not molestation.
When you talking about pleading guilty to sexually hurting a
Yeah,
child or a woman that you don't stand for.
Yeah, you fuck with them kids, boy. You know that's an SOS, smash on sight. Well, see you at.
Right.
And I know that y'all trying to do this to discredit my image, so I'm not gonna give y'all that. We gonna have to go to trial, and y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do. I'm not gonna lay down like that because I already know I got millions of people that look up to me. So I'm not gonna sit here and this message I've been preaching. Now that the heat is on, I'm finna fold under that pressure. I ain't do that when I was in the streets. I ain't back down from no niggas in the streets. So what am I backing down from them now that I know who the real enemy is? That's where my stands come from.
Cause you in Crackerville.
Yeah, but they still ain't answer
Hold
my
on, we got a verdict change. Hold on. We got a verdict change.
Yeah, you answer my
Oh, we
question.
got a verdict change. On the spot. He changed his verdict. He said you ain't answer his question, Rashad Jamal.
Yeah, I didn't hear his question.
He said why? He said why? He said what was the things?
People at one time.
He said what? It was 12 juries, gang. There's only 3 of us.
Yeah, you get judged by 12.
Listen, he's saying why did they find you guilty? The exact reason why they came back with the guilty verdict. Like why did the jury say you're guilty because of what evidence?
There was no evidence. They didn't come out and say we found you guilty because of shit. They said guilty.
Yeah, my shit back.
I'm taking my shit back, gang. He guilty, gang. He touching kids, gang.
Wow.
He playing with kids, gang. He can't give me a real reason,
Gang,
gang.
no,
y'all
gang. My
stop.
verdict back.
Stop
That's
the shit.
Y'all
gang.
take our verdict back.
We going back in the 402. Hold on.
No.
Look, we came out for a recess break. Gang,
Fuck that.
this ain't nothing to play with, gang. I know. That's what I'm saying. When he played, when
You don't know that. You don't know that. They gonna play with.
I ain't saying that.
They
Look,
play with it,
listen, you gotta go back in the 402 though. He gotta make that statement right what he just said, gang.
I want, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, gang. Let me step for you. Let me step for you, God. Listen,
gang.
Listen, y'all don't know.
I ain't say we don't know, gang. We going back in the 402. We went on recess.
Listen, when he said that they found him guilty with no evidence, he mean they found him guilty based off her statement. Her statement alone.
That shit don't carry no weight to find you guilty, bro.
Nah, gang.
That don't count. Your statement ain't gonna find you guilty, bro. They gotta have grounds to find you guilty.
Did they do forensics? Did they do forensics?
I stayed in the law library
Yes,
too
they did
many years.
check this out.
They did forensic?
They did a forensic interview, but check this out. When they did the forensic interview, she completely contradicted the statement in the forensic interview, God. That's what I'm saying. Like, the forensic interview clearly further showed that nothing took place. And the lady that interviewed her asked her, for example, she says, was anything said to you? And my lawyers pointed this out in trial. She said, was anything said to you? The little girl said no. They take a break. They come back. Then she asked her the question again. Was anything said to you? Oh, yes. He said this and said this and said that. My lawyers stopped them and said, first and foremost, in a forensic interview, you are not supposed to say no breaks, cut the camera off at no time. Why is this interview not rolling all the way through? Why
They try to dig a hole too, blood.
Come back. You see what I'm saying? Also, you got to understand something about how my trial went. In my trial, it was, my lawyer told them, for example, all they kept bringing up in my trial was my social media videos. Hear me clearly. They kept playing my social media videos. Now, what am I doing on YouTube? I'm on YouTube saying, these white people, this is our land. We got to come together. We got to start our own black-owned businesses. They playing 2-3 hours of my social media YouTube videos. My lawyer stops the trial. I got my transcript. I can say my transcript.
Who is your lawyer?
Your Honor, my lawyer says, Your Honor, I've been practicing law for 30 years in Georgia. Never in my life have I seen something like this. We have been listening to the district attorney.
Oh, yeah.
This game, you're not ready for it. Sexuality or being a black man. The entire trial, because they had no evidence, all they kept playing was my YouTube videos of me saying these white folks. And keep in mind, I had an all-white jewelry.
Right.
In a sundown town.
Right.
The whole case.
All right, look, we heard you, bro.
Hold on, hey, look, first,
let the brother talk.
Let me tell you one thing. Hold on, now, I want to tell this brother this. Why would you take a jury? First of all, see, people got to know law when you going on certain cases. I would have never took no jury with no shit like that and hired other people to judge it when you just took the judge.
Yeah.
See,
the judge gonna find bullshit in the gate.
Yeah, you took the judge.
See, I ain't take the judge, but this why I ain't take the judge.
Your lawyer wants stop. The lawyer don't take the judge. They got some good. If they got some hard evidence, like some legal evidence against you, your lawyer say don't take the judge. So like the lawyer tell you, if they got some hard evidence, the judge going strictly by forensics, by this, by law.
Right, the
What's up, Black Pearl?
But they go by law.
So he going off. He's saying they just convicted him. The white folks don't like him, right? That's basically what he's saying.
Right.
So he's saying his baby mama said.
He's saying political.
So let me. Did his baby mama do? She got some money now?
Did your baby mama got some money now?
What you mean?
Like, is she financial straight?
Is she financial straight? She got. They pay her off. He's saying. Was anybody paid off?
Listen. First off, she had 2 open cases when we went to trial, right? In that same county. My lawyer says.
Oh, that was the get back then.
Look, my lawyer said, isn't it true that you have 2 open cases right now in the same county with the same district attorney? She put that all on the record. After she came to the stand and did what she did with me, they dropped her cases.
So what happened? Look, they dropped her cases?
They dropped her cases completely. She had.
Nah, come on. Nah. That's what I said. We was on recess.
Oh, new verdict coming. Hold up, new verdict.
Yeah, we
was on recess.
You gotta pay attention to who she had with now. These are 2 open cases she had with her oldest daughter that was 21 at the time. So what mother? Cause my baby mama was 42 at the time.
That ain't me, y'all. That's this shit, that jail line. What's up with Unc goddamn nails, bro?
You have to provide physical evidence.
I got proof that also I supposed to been dealing with it, but I didn't. I kept on forgetting about it. I'm about to go back to it. But yeah, there's a video out there. Unc has been exposed by Baby's brother. He said he seen Unc sucking dicks, bro. Well, I'm looking at this nigga nails, and I can already see what's going on.
That's just like me saying 607 Unc and the crew, they robbed me, right? The police come lock y'all up, right? Then once the police lock y'all up,
Where the evidence that there's no, they don't find no gun. They don't find none of my property on y'all. They don't even have no camera work, so there's no proof that I was even robbed.
Right.
There's no proof that I was even robbed. So you got to think about her allegation. You saying that you touched me, first and foremost, technically, if we going about legal wording of it, that's not even a child molestation. That should be a cruelty to children. For me to be charged for child molestation, allegedly, I should have touched you. You never even said I touched you. So where the molestation need to come in at? All right, you did a child molestation charge because you know that carries more time. Now, peep game, let's go deeper.
I see that.
Once I get found guilty, they didn't even give me my PSI, my pre-sentence investigation before they sentenced me. They sentenced me right there on the spot and shit me right out.
Nah, you're supposed to get sentenced right there. They got to bring you back like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something.
Exactly, but check game. They didn't do that. Now let's get deeper, y'all. Let's get deeper. Now when I get to prison, this one they really showed how they feel about me. That it's all racism. Because when I got to prison, I got to Jackson prison, bro. They put me on 24-hour lockdown, freezing cold room, freezing cold showers. I'm complaining about this. It's so cold in that room that I got 3 blankets, 4, 5 pair of socks. I'm still freezing cold. Then from Jackson, they sent me to Hayes prison, which is a level 5 prison. Keep in mind, I just went to prison on a sex offense that I ain't never had on my background, so that I don't have a violent case. You send me to a level 5, the worst prison in Georgia is Hayes prison. You sent me to Hayes prison and put me behind the where you send people that murder officers and murder inmates.
Right.
You put me behind the where I gotta sleep damn near on the floor, can't talk to my family, can't use the phone, the worst, harshest conditions. You got people that's locked up for murders, they get to walk around, hit the yard.
They sleeping with you.
All that. But you got me isolated on 24/7 lockdown for what? And it's per governor. It's not per warden. My shit is per governor.
Maybe because of the maybe it was because of the case you was convicted for. Right? They probably
No.
Hell.
No.
Listen. You know how
Them cases they let out easy.
No, I'm saying I was in the feds, they made a whole penitentiary for them. For their own safety, I'm saying.
No, bro. They be writing the serious.
This ain't for my safety. This for my safety. I was level for medium level security. They sent me to a level 5.
Oh yeah,
That's max.
That's max.
That's Superman.
That's
I'm in
Supermax.
Superman. Now check
Right,
this
you in
out.
Superman.
Superman.
It
Yeah,
ain't.
he can go
I'm
out the
in
cell and
worst-
get cut
I'm
up.
in the worst. Listen. Now hold on. Let's get deeper, Let's get deeper. This gonna blow y'all top right here. Do y'all remember a few years ago when Ahmaud Arbery was killed? This 2021, the black dude that was jogging in Georgia, the daddies, they came out and killed him.
Right.
Do y'all remember that case? It was a big case. It was all over the news. It was right after Georgia.
Yeah, we don't even watch the news, gang. We just been in the
All right, well,
street.
check it out. You ain't gotta watch the news because it was all over social media, whatever. Listen, Ahmaud Arbery,
Make you laugh. I'm trying to eat something.
he came right after George Floyd, right? He was the black guy that was jogging through the
They
neighborhood.
call this crab leg.
He was the one that was jogging through the neighborhood, and the dad came out and chased
It's
down and
good,
killed him
man.
for no reason, right? Killed him for you, right?
Yeah, I heard you.
All right, check this out. The dad that killed Ahmaud Arbery, he locked him at the same prison I'm at, but guess where they got him?
Not eating crab leg.
Nah, they got him in the front. Nah, he's in the front eating crawfish, sleeping on a Tempur-Pedic 66-inch flat screen in his room.
Damn.
The whole time, they know if he go to population, they gonna kill his ass, right? They know he's gonna kill him if he go to population.
You got crab leg in there?
You got the black activists in the hole. You got the black activists. You see what I'm saying?
Your story. Oh, we got a verdict. We got a verdict again. Speaking of the mic, gang, come on.
Yeah, gang, I'm not taking no sympathy.
What do you mean?
He did.
He's saying just to get right into it.
He talking about other shit that ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about.
Yeah, you
You know
going
what I'm
out
saying?
top.
He ain't giving me no
What you
real
mean?
answers to no facts.
He
what's
say he ain't
going
touched the
on.
kid.
Man, I'm starting.
Right,
to
but
believe
we
that
got
he
to
touched the kid, bro. Why
get
is he
right
locked
to the
up, gang?
point.
He locked up for touching kids he didn't
Okay,
touch.
so he touched the kid, gang.
He
so
didn't
then-
touch the kid. You
Damn.
don't respect no guy like that. You don't even know if he did.
Gang, I'm for them to lock him up, gang. He had to.
Tell him about the girl.
Sorry,
The girl.
I understand that, but I ain't trying to hear all that, gang. No white folks ain't going. It's
Paperwork. Hey, matter of fact,
Yeah, what a
look,
paperwork at?
all you gotta do is put in the what's the name to get your whole. You get everything they said in court. Anything that they said in court.
First thing we still get the paperwork.
Right now, gang, I'ma say you're guilty. You
His
know what
trash
I'm
is
saying?
online, nigga.
I ain't seen it.
See, I'm not mad at you for having that mindset because see, most people vibrating low, right? So anytime they want to take
Nah, I ain't
Nah, we vibrating high over here.
Vibrating low.
I'm gonna make a valid point though that I'm aware of, because I'm a real guy and we're in the flesh, right? What I know is
We all guys though. We all
Let them
guys.
talk.
all through history, right? You seeking to speak as opposed to listen, right? Check this out. All through history, you name me one person that spoke out against the system, that challenged. I know how I ain't no house nigga. You see how y'all talk about, oh, don't come to these white. Well, that's a house nigga mentality, nigga. I'm a real gangster, nigga. So when I was killing niggas in the street, why wouldn't I get on that type of time with the people that's really oppressing us? Ain't nobody black never oppressed us. I'm sliding.
Nah, he ain't press shit.
I'm sliding years.
He ain't press shit, nigga. He touched that motherfucking baby. Or whatever that baby said he did. Them people ain't locked him up, goddamn me, for that. You know how many people goddamn me running around saying they don't like white people?
If I disrespect another black person, they gonna be quick to come try to do something to me.
Yeah.
But the government and these people don't.
That nigga touched them down. Every nigga that I know, gang, that's in that type of situation, they touch them kids, gang. I know a nigga doing life right now on some shit like that. He touched that motherfucking baby, gang.
Nah, gang.
You speaking about Rashad Jamal, obviously, y'all know who the fuck I am. Do your research.
I don't know. I never heard of you until today.
Fuck who you is, to be honest with you.
Oh shit.
No. Hold on.
Here we go,
I
y'all.
really don't give a fuck who you is.
No.
Here we go.
This Trenches Worldwide News, right? If you want to support me, get 100 Glocks and ride down on all your ops. I swear to God, my mama, stop playing on me. But this the jail edition. So get 100 shanks and ride down on the last nigga trying to fuck you. I swear to God, mama, stop playing on me. Yeah, look, I'm not saying that happened in jail, but I'm saying in jail, that kind of stuff kind of like happen, right? So you got to make sure if you're in jail, you get you 100 knives and ride down on them, right? Like OG Gumby. I'm not saying he did it for that. OG Gumby killed somebody in jail, right? So you got to kill people in jail sometime, right?
Yeah, they weren't even listening to him.
Today we got a special guest, but I'm not gonna say too special because like he probably my biggest op now because like he just hate me so bad. What up, Rashad Jamal?
Why you keep calling him Rashid? It's Rashad.
Good guy, and it's Rashad Jamal.
Exactly.
Rashad, my fault. I thought it was Rashid. My fault. Rashad Jamal.
Good. Yeah.
Listen, so you had a problem with me. You on the internet, you made a whole lot of statements. You said, I do this for the money because I'm rich. I don't know why you said it. If you said I do this for the money, I'm fake as shit. You said a whole lot of shit about me. And it kind of hurt my feelings. Facts. The fuck stop playing with me?
Yeah, right.
Oh, right.
You know, I said that because of conversation, we had, me, I got my team running my page. So when I talk to them from this phone, they run my page, let me know what's going on. I tell them what I want to say, and they'll post that shit, my story or whatever for me. They'll post on my page, keep everything going, right?
Right.
So, we spoke a couple months back, you know what I'm saying, and you was talking about bring me in for the interview. But then that shit turned to 4-5 months. I'm saying you interviewing everybody, you know what I'm saying? So I got to feel like you was spinning me. Then I got to feel like you wasn't on no real, revolutionary type time like you be talking about all the spiritual shit.
There you go. I never said I was revolutionary. I ain't for the black power, nigga. That's what mama listen. I never said I was for the black people, right? I'm for the people that's chosen, right? And sometimes they not black. Sometimes they different colors. Sometimes they be animals. I got a turtle, and my turtle, he's spiritually connected to me.
What
right?
the fuck?
But I'm just saying though, I understand that, and I understand your point of view, right? Because we talked for some months, and we supposed to did the interview, but we couldn't do the interview because I was busy getting robbed. Yeah, you probably didn't know this, but I got my house robbed by grave digger Quiz and shit, so my house got taken over. My studio got taken over. I know.
I ain't know none of that.
Yeah, I know people in jail don't know this. Y'all don't get the news from the streets. Y'all get the news from the jail. So y'all don't know what's going on in the real. Yeah, y'all don't know what's going on in the real world, but hopefully we can fix that because like you did that. Now we got a chance to do this interview, right? So for the people that's watching this, they know who you are, but they don't know who you are. So explain to them who you are and where you from.
Yeah, I'm Rashad Jamal, the God, man, a.k.a. Divine Insight. I'm from Chicago, North, a.k.a. the Rat. All right.
Right. From a rat.
Yeah, from a rat, the real rat. But like now, pretty much a lot of individuals on the internet, man, after they know who I am, man. They try to tell us they don't. They know who I am now, whether they like me, dislike me, or agree with the pieces of the things I speak about. Two different things. But yeah, a lot of individuals know what's going on. They try to act like they forgot about it and all the, all the work I done put in to help live this planet spiritually, but it's all
right.
It be like that when you lock up.
Right, all that's good, but the jail phones, they kind of like break off like real fast. So let's get to the good part. That must have been God. Yeah. So.
And I keep telling you, God, it's Rashad. You said he's saying Rashad. Ain't no E's.
My fault.
Ain't no E's in my name, God.
Rashad Jamal. My bad. You gotta forgive
Appreciate
me. You gotta forgive me. But tell us why you in jail for rape. You raping on shit?
Nah, see. Nah, I ain't in jail for rape, but they definitely got me locked up for a sex case. You know what I'm saying? They allegedly said that I touched my baby mama, whatever the fuck she's supposed to be. So now she's saying the child we got ain't mine. But basically, she told the police that I was supposed to touch her child or whatever. So that's what they came in and arrested me for. But in reality, I'm really sitting there behind bars, speaking truth and waking up the planet because I really was convicted of no evidence. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so how do they do that? How do they convict you for something you didn't do? Like, how did that work?
All right, so a lot of people don't know about the judicial system. Like, we got this saying, right? There's no justice in the justice system, it's just us, right?
Right.
So the way it works, especially down here in Georgia, if I was in like a larger municipality, like in Atlanta, Georgia, or something like that,
right,
every lawyer that I hired said the same thing. There's no case, there's no science to back up the case. It's literally an allegation. But because my case was put in Barrow County, which is almost 2 hours from Atlanta,
right,
and that's a sundown town. So a sundown town, a lot of people not aware that you still have sundown towns in this country. A sundown town is a town where no black people are allowed to be outside after nighttime, after sundown, or you'll be arrested, or they'll do some physical harm.
So you knew about the
sundown?
You knew about the sundown town before you went over there?
Man, hell no. That's the crazy thing, God.
Okay.
When me and my baby mama was together, we was living in Gwinnett. The lease ran up. We was trying to find a new spot. We couldn't find a way in DeKalb. We were trying to get to DeKalb County, but we ran out of time. So I ended up finding us a spot in this place called Barrow County. But I was literally just looking at the school rates because we had kids. So I was trying to find a spot that's going to survive, even though education is they educate the children in school. I'm still trying to find a decent location for these kids to get in a nice school. So Barrow County, they had like an 8 stars out of 10 rating with their school system. So we ended up getting a spot out there. When me and her fell out, I moved. I went my separate way. I moved back to the city of Atlanta, and I left her out there. So she put the case on me maybe almost a year after I broke up with her. After she seen I had moved on, or they got engaged, blowing up on the internet because she got fame. So when she see the money coming in, she feel like a form of fame is coming in. Like a year though, like when I first left and I was trying to get my son every weekend, she kept telling me like, you can't see him unless you be with me. I got the text message and everything. My lawyers got the everything. You can't see him unless you be with me. You know what I'm saying? If I can't have you, nobody can. Matter of fact, her last text message she sent me was, you think you hurt me now, you gonna cry later, right? But what I thought she meant by that was, you're going to cry because I'm not going to let you see your son because she know how much I love my son. So she proceeded to not let me see my son for almost a whole year. A year later, my mom come in town for Mother's Day weekend. Mother's Day week, my baby mama, like, y'all talk to your mom, she want to see him, I'm going to let y'all get him for a week. I go feed my wife, my daughter, my mom. We pick my mom up from the airport. We drive out to Barrow County. What she said, go pick up my son, grab my son, I give him a $2,000 child support right down the spot. We make our way back to Atlanta. By the time I get back to Atlanta, she calls the phone. She on some baby mama drama type shit. You know how they get. Keep in mind, she still wants me. But she really just trying to start some bullshit. Long story short, we get to this agreement. She tells me to bring him back tonight. I'm like, I ain't bringing shit back. I just know 2 hours to grab him. I just gave you $2,000 child support. That's not quarter pointing. The agreement is that I keep him for a week. I ain't seen him in almost a year. You don't see him in a week. She tell me, if you don't bring him back, I'm going to call the police and say you kidnapped him. I'm like, do what you got to do, because I be on my black revolution and shit, so I don't really care about. I don't respect him.
At that point right there, she told you, if you do this, she's going to call the police. What made you think she was playing?
crazy thing is, I already knew she would like when I was with her, right? She was like to come post from her ex-husband or her other baby daddy kids over bullshit.
Right.
But to be real with you, I just didn't give a fuck. God, like I felt like this is my son. He come out of my nuts, right? All I'm trying to do is spend time with my son, right? And I just gave you $2,000 to see my son, which I shouldn't have had to do that, right? So you like call him, bring him back now, call police and kidnap him. Like I told on the phone, I say, why the fuck would you do that when you know what I stand for? You know what type of time I'm on. That's giving them a reason to fuck with me even more. But at the same time, though, to be real with you, I didn't think she was going to. Like, I thought she was just upset in her feelings.
Yeah, he thought she was.
Tomorrow comes, she gonna calm down.
Yeah, he thought that.
He'll be back in a week.
Yeah. You know, she was gonna do it, gang. I think everybody tell you exactly what they gonna do it. But did she do it? I think she gonna do it, but my viewers don't know if she did it. Did she do it? Did she do it? We know Diddy did it.
Oh no, she definitely did it.
She did.
Yeah, she definitely did it. The very next day, I wake up to a call from Barrow County Police, and they like, hey, is this Rashad Jamal White? I'm like, yeah. They're like, we see that you're the father of such and such this child, or the mother said that you kidnapped him. If you don't bring him back, we're gonna put out a warrant for your arrest for child kidnapping. So I'm trying to tell the officer, I'm like, well, cause the night before I had called, when she said she was gonna call the police, I told my mom was in town, remember? So I said my mom was going on. My mom said, well, you call the police. So we called the Atlanta police. The Atlanta police came to my house that night. I showed them the text. I let them know what was going on with my baby mama. Atlanta police said, listen, don't worry about it. The child's good. You are on the birth certificate. That's your son. We gave her the money. Or don't worry about it. They like, but she lives in Barrow County. If she do want you to end up bringing him back, they make you bring him back. That's a very racist county. So I went to just going out there. I was just meeting at a random county that's not as racist. So even the Atlanta police was aware of how racist they is in Barrow County. So the next day when she actually called the police and I'm on the phone with the officer, the first thing the officer say, she's like, oh, well, we going to lock you up for child kidnapping. I'm trying to explain to the officer respectfully, like, hey, ma'am, you know, I'm the father. That's my son. We just called the police last night. If you want to see him, you can see him. I just gave her $2,000 for child support. She only doing this because she's being vindictive toward me. I'm trying to explain the situation to the officer.
Right.
But the officer, she's so anti-nigger. She's so gun-holder. You know what I'm saying? To flex her badge. She's like, listen here, boy, I'm not trying to hear that. So when she say, boy, now I'm starting to get wrapped. I'm like, hold on.
Don't do that.
You talking to some little young nigga and no little punk. You talking to a real modern day black activist.
No, you can't do
really
that.
Against the system. Because I know what y'all big tired people.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Listen,
so,
you can't do that though, right? You're going against a whole jurisdiction with just you. So what makes you feel that you can beat a jurisdiction? Not the addiction, the jurisdiction. Because we ain't gonna talk about the addiction. If anybody,
I mean, you know, I stand in righteousness, God. So I'm gonna always feel like the ancestors, aka some people call that God. Some people say Allah. Some people say Jehovah, Yahweh. You know, a million different names for the same source, right?
Oh.
So I know that if I'm standing in righteousness, then I'm gonna feel like the entire cosmos and the heavens gonna stand behind me. And in that moment, I had done nothing wrong. I'm not out here selling drugs in the community no more. I'm not gang banging no more. I done relocated from Chicago to Atlanta, and at that time, I'm married. I done put my mom in town. She gets to see Atlanta for the first time. This is my first time out of Chicago her whole life.
Right.
I got my daughter with me, my wife, my mom. I done got my son. I'm trying to spend time with him. I just gave my baby mama 2 bands.
Right.
So we have my wrong get. So if I'm on the phone with you, the officer, you right to see him. That only give you for him. And that was her exact words verbatim. When she said that, God, I flashed on her ass. Well, fuck y'all. That's my I hung up on her ass. You feel me? I say, man, that's why I don't respect the system now. That's why I'm anti-police now because y'all be abusing y'all bad.
Right there.
I flashed out and I hung up.
Yeah, right there you should have left the country. Right there it should have been over for you. Right there, when you hung up the phone on the police, you should have been the first thing about this motherfucker. Right with Africa. Black activists need to go to Africa when you're doing that shit to America.
Right, I'm already knowing how they feel toward us, right?
No, so basically that happened, and after that they lock you up. But they don't lock you up for that. What they lock you up for when they lock you up originally?
Nah, that ain't even what happened. So basically, we got to drop off at the police station. So because keep in mind, this 2021, so we fresh off the Georgia Floyd shit.
Right.
So I'm on high alert. I'm like, okay, we finna go to Swanee police station and drop him off. I went live on my Instagram live to have backup. Just in case we get to this police station, next time do something extra. Right. So I get on my live and I'm explaining to my audience, there's probably 1,000 people on my live on Instagram. Right. I'm explaining to them what's going on, but they already seen me get my son the day before because I went live every single day. So he like, dang, that's fucked up, God. So we ride to the police station together. We in the car. I got I'm on live. I got 1,000 people on live, and I got my mom, and my wife, and my daughter in the car with me while we drop my son.
Right.
We get to the police station. We drop him off, and even exchange. I only went live back in security because you know how the police be doing us out here, man. So I went live to have my insurance, right? When we get to the police station, it was a smooth transition.
You went live to have when you was going to police station?
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want, and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one to platform.
Yo.
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, every time I gotta make a good point, it go out. Every time I got something good to say, the microphone go out. You doing voodoo from there? Mr. Guy.
So somebody asked me, do I think I'm trying to tell y'all, I did like a 3-part series on this shit a couple of years ago. I just find it strange that Malachi York, Brother Polite, Rashad Jamal, all went to jail for the same fucking thing, bro. It's easy to put that on somebody, and once you put that on somebody, think about it. They put that jacket on me back in 2016. People still been saying that shit 10 years later, bro. It ain't even true. People still say it about me. Right? Somebody spread a lie about me, and it got on the internet, and people been saying that shit for 10 years, bro. Even though it's not true. And no truth to it at all. But this is why they use that particular thing to take down the super intelligent people that's dropped. It's just weird to me that some of the most intelligent people I've ever heard speak are dropping the most knowledge. It's touching kids, bro. Like how all of the smart people touching kids, bro. That's what's going on.
Well, I'm supposed to pray to bring you back. You fucking up then, because I can't hear shit. I can't hear nothing. I want to finish hearing about the rape.
Wow.
Why are you doing this? You messed up yesterday and you fucking up today? Hold on, let me try. Hey, God. God. Can you yo, there you go, God. You still on there?
No, I don't hear you if you there.
You don't hear me. He said he don't hear me if I'm there. He don't hear me. He can't hear me in there. So what's going on with my audio? Is it? Can you hear me now, God? What I'm supposed to call you? Jesus, Buddhas, confused? What I'm supposed to call you? God, can you hear me? Jesus. Allah. What's another name for God? So I can say it. Asasawa. Kareem. Kareem, can you hear me, Kareem?
Yeah, I don't hear you. You there?
Okay, you hear me. You hear me. You don't hear me, or you do hear me? Listen, let me try to. He can't hear me. He can't hear me at all. He can't hear me no more. It's like you fucked up again. No, we got to get this back working. We got to get it back working. It ain't on his end because he can't hear me. Can you hear me? Let's hang up.
No,
I'm gonna hang up and call back. Let's call back. Listen, if you're watching this, I got to call back because we can't never get the true story. Like I'm trying to get the true story, trying to see if you trust the kids, but my editor probably be a rapist or something because he don't want it to come out.
Wow.
Can you hear me now? No, I don't hear you now. No. I hear me.
Yeah, you hear you, and I
there you go. I hear you now. I hear you back.
You hear me now again?
Yeah, you back. Yeah, you back. You back.
I'm back again.
Yeah, you back.
So we wanted to know that we back again. Why didn't you go live at the house with the kids? But you went live after that.
What you mean, like when I went to pick?
You mean when you pick them up?
When I went to pick him up when I was at my house.
You when you went to pick them up, like before when they said you did what you did, you wasn't live then.
Yeah, I did. That's the crazy thing is I went live before I literally was on my way to pick him up. So I was letting nobody that I finally get to see my son for the, and I was, yeah, y'all, I'm excited. Yeah, I was on live right before I went the next day when he had to drop him off.
Yeah. You had to drop him off? Listen, whatever this is, I got the worst crew in the world. Like, this shit fucked up. Can you hear me, God?
Here you go.
All right, look, I'm saying it's kind of fucked up. I'm trying to get this somewhere where it'll work. You can hear me good, right?
That's good.
All right, good. You about to hear me fire somebody in a minute. But let's finish telling your story because your story... No, I'm serious. Your story make a lot of sense, right? So they get you down there. They say you locked up for this. Now, what was your feeling when they say you locked up for getting charged with a sexual crime? I know you don't want to have no stuff like that on your record.
Well, no, facts. Well, see, the crazy thing is, like I say, like after we dropped my son off, I thought it was over with. Like, I felt embarrassed. I felt embarrassed at the fact that I had to put my mom in, and all my plans for my mom, my wife was ruined because it was Mother's Day. This May 2021. So I go on doing my shit. I keep doing my lectures, doing my music all May, June, July, traveling around the country, doing my little speeches and stuff like that. We out of town. We in Denver on a family trip. We get a call from my mother-in-law that somebody kicked our door in. So we rush back to Atlanta. I'm thinking this niggas in the neighborhood that kicked the door in, but I know I got a lot of love in my area because I donate to a lot of black-owned businesses, so I'm like, that don't make sense. We get back, it's a card on the door, on the table for the U.S. Marshals. So I'm U.S. Marshals.
Whoa, it's at the Marshals.
Huh?
The Marshals kicked in the door.
The U.S. Marshals, God, that's what I'm saying. Like, it fucked me up too because before this I had been in jail, right? So
yeah, he be playing Dr. Duck. He be playing too much.
You got a Fed case or you a fugitive, and in my mind, how am I a fugitive? I'm not aware of no case. I ain't been in jail. I ain't been nothing. So they did my case so foul that type of was bigger than the case because we come back to Atlanta in the middle of a family trip. Right. My door was in. The U.S. Marshals had kicked my door in. They got a car saying call. Right. My mom-in-law called. The marshal tell her that we have a warrant for Rashad. Jamal. She said, yes, my son-in-law. Said we have a warrant for his arrest, but they wouldn't tell her what the warrant for. So when she told me, I'm like, U.S. Marshals, what they looking for me for? You gotta say, I come from the street. So when I was in the streets doing wrong shit, it was all revolving around gang banging and robbing. I would never know big time drugs. None of that. I tried some drugs and they work out for me. I don't got that shit. As far as gang bang and robbing on that turned up type time, that's what I was on. So if I ain't did this in years, why would the police, let alone marshals, listen to me? I'm not even putting two and two together. They people, my baby mama, that don't come out until I hire a lawyer to look into why is the marshal looking for me. I'm completely lost.
Right.
Yeah, I'm playing with him, Dr. Duck. You playing with him.
It's a giant open universe where you can do what.
So we hire a lawyer. We hired Gerald Griggs. He's the president of the NAACP. So we hired him because I had a mutual friend that was working with him, and because I'm, a spiritual guru, and I'm out here pushing for not just black activism, but for activism for everybody, right? But I'm looked at first as a black activist. So I hired him thinking like, okay, he worked for NAACP.
Oh man!
If
you're a black activist, you supposed to hire a Jew. You supposed to already know. Why would you hire another black person? Because you got to act like you're not black when you go to court. That's like you supposed to be activists like that.
Yeah, right.
You got to be activists like that. You got to hire the Jews, gang. But you hired the black man from NAACP. And what happened?
Fact. Railroad. He definitely on time showed a nigga out, right? So basically, I hired him to even look into what's going on. I had no clue what's going on. He called back like, I pulled the incident report.
What is up, bro?
Child molestation. I say child molestation inclusive truth. So who? I'm completely lost. He's like, I'm gonna send you a copy of the incident report. He sent me the actual incident report, and I read it. It started off first sentence. we received a call from Darshell that on this day, her son was kidnapped. We responded to the kidnapping. We made contact with the father. The father comes to the phone. We began to drop the child off. So I'm reading this, and I'm like, what? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
Completely lost because I'm like, hold on. I just dropped my son off at the police station, and you telling me after I dropped my son off, you went back.
That's what I said, Ducky Wilder.
And they pushed the door. Behind it with the U.S. Marshals kicked my door. I'm like, hold on, how's the Marshals kicking my door in? Ain't no detective come talk to me because once I got the incident report,
right.
I get the going for the discovery.
Right.
So we get to going through the discovery. The detective ain't never talked to me. He basically said, well, I went on his social media after the allegation was put in. I went on his social media account and I seen the stuff he was talking about. So I believe that he wouldn't come talk to him. So I went in. Enlisted the U.S.
What's going on, Princess? I don't know, man. 607.
You ain't even come talk to me.
I already told y'all that baby brother Terrence Gangster Williams put a video out, did an interview, and said that he actually seen with his own eyes Unc sucking off a young dude.
Probably interviewed me. You ain't followed none of the proper criminal procedures to a case. They did me so foul.
All right, y'all. So yeah, it seems like I said. And like they were saying, like I ride with Rashad Jamal, but it seems that he was way on the phone way too long not to get into more of why would his baby mama do him like that and lie on him like that and all this and that. Like I said though, I'm more because I was watching him, I was following him like a motherfucker. And then he started doing videos about how they about to come get him and his baby mama lying on him and setting him up and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. They ended up giving him 16 years, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he got, I'm not sure when he got arrested. It was in 2022 or either 2021, so he's about 2 or 3 years in. But yeah, that boy got like 14 more years to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna put it out there, man. But like I say, I don't be really caring about that type of shit. I know that Unc is gay. Look at his fingernails. Also, he was talking about I put a video out there about that. He was talking about banging Flacco in the booty hole and all type of stuff, talking about his booty all big and shit. But yeah, it's out here. Unc be blowing domes, and if you ever notice, he always got a bunch of YN little young niggas with him. He keep a group of young niggas with him at all times. They pants hanging halfway out their ass and all that weird shit. All right, y'all. The next show, I'm basically clip farming for my shit. You know, I take these videos and I haven't even edited what the fuck the Nick Fuentes said to Officer Tatum yet. We gonna get on that. I'm gonna get those videos out there at least by tomorrow. But we also gonna cover the I don't know if I'm gonna do it tonight, but tomorrow we gonna cover the debate between Jesse Lee Peterson and Tyreek Nasheed. Was very, very interesting and funny as hell. But I'm really waiting on Tyreek Nasheed to get off into what happened with Officer Tatum getting his nigga wake up call. So y'all look forward to that. Shout out to everybody that came through. Dr. Duck in the building, Black Pearl. We got my daughter in the building, Princess in the zone. I don't know what Unc started doing at the end. That shit was wild. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Make sure y'all share this video. Hit that thumbs up. We keeping these videos up. I'm out.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.